It's either now or never. It's either now or never.
I have to get a little refresher because
Yeah, I mean, Val and I both watched this year, so
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
I
it's
no,
rewatched some
fresher.
of
It's
it, yeah.
fresher in the brain.
it's just so
I haven't
good.
rewatched, but if we're moving until later, I'm still not gonna rewatch, and I still kind of
Oh
remember
my
it.
god! All right,
At
man,
least
No,
you'll
no
always
shit,
have.
bro.
At least you'll
Hey,
always
guys
have
are real.
Nina.
I'm not gonna rewatch it, but at the same time, like I still know what I like from the show, from both shows actually, because I still remember the original Full Metal.
Me too.
Yeah.
There's some things about that one that I actually kind of like better.
Yeah. Fuck, I
But
hit record and
Because I feel like no, I don't want to talk about it now while we're not in the show.
yeah,
So
yeah, that's why I paused.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose some questions real quick, and if you guys don't like them, let me know. I dropped it in the chat. Fuck, we're a minute
I
in.
can't see
I
the
wish I
chat.
didn't click record, but
It says 4 minutes on mine.
we can just like put a piece of paper on something on the lens to make it look like so it's easy
yeah, but
to edit.
I'm gonna ask a question. Which version, if you have seen it, do you like the Full Metal Alchemist or you like the Brotherhood? What changes did you like from that? I'm going to
Brotherhood.
ask what character do you think has the most development? Actually, I'm gonna remove that's so fucking generic.
That's very generic.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
ask
see
what do you
the.
think an underrated battle is from either the original or Brotherhood? I'm gonna ask what your favorite sin was, or what was your favorite homunculus?
Yeah.
And then that's three. That's three good ones right there.
Mhm.
And which character do you wish you got to see more of? That's a good closing. I like that. I like that. I like that.
You're
I got-
welcome.
yeah.
And then we can say what our favorite song was.
Oh
All
yeah.
bangers.
Favorite
I don't
song.
remember the
Jewel
song
and her
titles.
songs, man.
Dude, that Full Metal soundtrack, full bangers.
It is a beautiful.
Honestly, I've not been paying attention to the songs.
Are you serious?
I actually like the ones
I
that
feel
they
like they're just
used in the
beautiful.
original better.
Nothing's-
But the soundtrack for Full Metal, both of them, is very
They're just like
dramatic.
pianos, though. It's not like
It's
singing, though.
it
They're just more
reminds
like-
me of
Bro,
the
Val out here
Attack on
doing
Titan
research
one.
on his second monitor. I love
Is it
it.
really? It
And
reminds me.
I
It
was about to
reminds
do
me
the
more
same
of
thing.
Dearly Beloved from.
But it's
Art.
got all of like the choirs, and it's like oh
Yeah, I
all
guess.
I
creepy
do
and
not
shit.
remember.
But that's fire. I fuck with that. Ooh. Here we go. Are we ready to start? Let's do a mic check. Let's do a mic check real quick.
Yeah,
Everybody's
me.
uploading great. Everybody's recording is uploaded.
Just 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Kaiser, Joel.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Here, let's get started.
Do you think that my camera's high enough, or should I get it up a little higher?
I think you're fine.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
not
I
as
guess it
high as
doesn't
you
matter.
are.
Let me do this.
I'm not that high.
Let's go. Oh, brother, we're back. We're back to Anime for 3, episode 6, and it's gonna be a good one. And I can't wait to talk about this one because it's honestly one of my favorites. But I do have to introduce who we have on the potty today. We are joined with our hostess of hostess. We are joined by Chris Sheezy. Christian, say what's up,
Sir.
man. Sir,
What's
yes,
going
sir.
on?
Hey, he
Strap
did the-
in.
He did the Attack on Titan salute. Are they called the surveyors or something like that? I
Survey
forgot their
Corps.
The
position.
survey
Survey
corps.
Wow.
Yeah, survey court. There it is. There it is.
You know what it was. But anyway.
I don't know. But we're also joined with another great host, Kaiser. Say what's good, gang. Say
What
what's
up?
good.
What up?
What's good, fella? What's good, fella? And we're joined with a guest, a returning guest, Jewel. What's good, ma?
Hi.
But we're all for
Jewel is
joining
cool.
together. Yeah, Jewel is too cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's the IG handle too. Drop a follow.
ooh,
Oh, yeah.
is he quick at it?
I gotta plug myself. Trying to
We
boost
love
these
her.
numbers.
Not JUUL.
Yeah, not Jewel like the Jewel Pod.
Yeah.
And you have to spell cool with a K-E-W.
Like a
Kewl.
gamer tag, old school gamer.
Yeah, Jewel is cool.
But oh God,
Yeah, actually, this
Oh.
podcast is about me now.
it's about Julie. But as you can notice, Amanda's not with us. She got her schedules kind of misscrewed. So if you see her tagged, please just give her shit in her fucking DMs.
Yeah.
Please. Like go on her DMs. And put a shit emoji just for no reason. Just that's the only thing you need to send, a shit emoji. And just fucking.
I'm gonna drop her with a tomato.
Oh, that's also good. That's also good. But like we said, we are joined with a very good episode 6. This is a good one. We're gonna be talking about the greatest fucking anime in history. You could argue against it. You could argue for it. FullMetal Alchemist. And boy, oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about. But first, I do got to plug in our plugins. If I know Jewel had her floor, but I got to plug in our plugins, our socials real quick. But please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. It's Anime for 3. Got to spell it at 3. We're on YouTube as well too. It is Anime, and you got to put the number 3. But just hit us on the follow. And also on Instagram, we're doing a contest. As soon as we hit 100 followers, we will be giving out a T-shirt and also a hoodie from Truly Yours. But just please just hit that follow button and just make us a happy podcast at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But let's go back into this episode. We're talking about FullMetal Alchemist, and man, what is it about? I'll go ahead and tackle it. It's about 2 little lads in a foreign country.
In a foreign country.
It's about 2 brothers, Ed and Al, and I'm trying not to ruin it if you haven't seen it, because then we're gonna get into spoilers.
If they haven't seen it, they need to stop listening right now.
You can give a synopsis without spoilers.
It's about 2 little
True.
brothers. They're trying to pretty much, I'll give you the basis. Their mother fell ill. They're trying to get her back. This is an alchemy-based world. He's using alchemy to try to get his mother back. They thought they could figure it out. Boy, oh boy, did they find out they couldn't. Mom gone, brother gone. Ed is just like, what the fuck?
They fucked around and found out.
It shouldn't be like this.
What the fuck? And then he eventually gets his brother back. You're gonna have to watch it to see how he gets his brother back. It's a whole journey to get his brother's body back, because his brother is really not in the. Just watch it. It's a great fucking show. I really don't want to ruin it, but it's a very beautiful journey about 2 brothers.
You forgot the sister too, little sister.
There ain't no sister. You mean Winry the friend?
No, his Kaiser's background, the little sister.
Oh my
Stop.
God.
We're not gonna talk about that. But that's a big spoiler. But we're gonna let Kaiser talk about that. But you can watch that on.
It's the power couple, bro. They carried the anime.
They are so bad on this podcast. We're about to have a fun one. But you can watch it on Netflix. You can watch it on Hulu. And I believe you could watch it on Crunchyroll as well. And always on Funimation. But who has Funimation now?
Man, I miss when it was on Netflix.
Man.
Life was so good.
Mm-hmm. It's still on Netflix, I believe.
No, it's not.
No,
it's
it's
not
not.
anymore.
Snap.
I think only the live action.
The Japanese one, not too bad.
I watched only part of the second one, and I actually was not upset. It's not the same, but I heard that they really took some fans' consideration into changes they made for the second one. Because apparently they said the costuming looked really cheap and bad, and they went back and redid a bunch of that, and it looks pretty legit. Except my daddy Armstrong looks fucking weird. Really bad. It's really bad. And you know I love my Slav daddy Armstrong. Well, if you don't know now, you know.
We need like the Jewel daddy list of the week. Like something like just
Yeah, there's just the running
right
tab
tier.
of my daddies.
I can't with them. I'm over here dying. I was coughing a storm, but yeah.
Just get it together.
Hey, we're getting it together. But let's dive in. Like, first and foremost, are you guys fans of this episode? Like, not episode. Are you guys fans of this series? Do you guys like it, or do you guys hate it?
Collectively, it's in my top 10.
Top
It's
10?
top 3. It's top
Okay.
3.
Top 3. Okay, Krishan, Jewel.
If FullMetal Alchemist has only one fan, I am that fan.
Wow.
If
So
they
you're
have
pretty-
0 fans, I'm dead.
Damn.
It's my
Did you-
favorite
did you-
show of all time.
That's fucking extreme. That's extreme.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
up there.
Yeah. No, it's number one. I always recommend that show. Anybody
Yeah.
that's
One
always
Piece?
like
Brotherhood specifically.
Brotherhood specifically.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
Brotherhood specifically for sure. Anytime anybody needs like a recommendation, like you should watch FullMetal Alchemist. Like,
100%.
Since you're
I think
saying that,
it
can I have a
hits
question?
every like category.
ahead,
for
brother.
me. Yeah, go for it.
Since we know your fiance is just starting to watch anime, have you recommended this show to her?
funny story, and then we're
Or am I putting you on the spot the wrong
no,
way?
you're not. So I did recommend it, and we actually watched the first episode. But the thing about my fiance is that she doesn't like stuff with magic. She doesn't even like Harry Potter. So the whole first episode is about,
That's the saddest
Yeah.
thing
How
I've
alchemy
ever heard.
works.
And if you're watching, we're about to go into spoilers. This is your only spoiler warning. But it's a transmutation and everything. So I'm like, fuck, like, and then she's just
Okay.
like, what's
That
going
makes-
on? I was like,
Yeah.
"Get-
I guess
get
it's kind of
magic."
like
The
witchcrafty
brother
in
died.
a way.
We're getting the people back. And she's just like, mm-mm. I was like, all right, it's cool.
Maybe
just
she'll come
checking.
around.
Yeah, I'll watch it with her again, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, if you know it's a show.
Yeah.
How
What,
close
what are
is-
y'all watching?
Well, I'll answer that as outside this episode, though. But
The fans want to know.
I mean, what
Because
are
I'm the only fan. It's me. It's me. I'm the fan that wants to know.
I can't with you. But the reason why I asked if you guys did like this series is that have you guys watched the Brotherhood and FullMetal Alchemist, like the original? Okay.
Mhm.
So
I
if you
haven't.
guys did, which one did you like better? Did you like the original or Brotherhood?
I like both. I think they both kind of have elements that make them good kind of as their own thing. And really, with the original, I feel like only the first season is the canon content, and then it kind of takes its own stride after that. But especially the theory about the homunculus, I remember liking that theory better in the first one, where when you try to do human transmutation, you do create the person that you are intending to make, but they didn't know you, have any recollection of who they look like. They were just kind of there.
Yeah.
I don't remember it because it's been so long, but I remember always liking that theory. It's also interesting because Rose is really important in that series, and she's just kind of irrelevant in Brotherhood.
Yeah.
'Cause I
And
think
she's
the
a
first one
pivotal character.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really
she's
interesting.
she was very like a focused character, if you will.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
also
think
think
Kaiser
that like
had
the
something.
Nina
Go ahead.
Alexander and the Tucker arc is a lot bigger in the original.
Mhm.
They really draw that one out for longer. And then I think with Brotherhood, they just assumed that you already had seen it and kind of breezed over it a little bit. The beginning does feel a little bit rushed in a way. But
Yeah,
or I
'cause-
don't know if just in the grand scheme of everything, it just wasn't as important long term as it was in the original because they didn't have a lot of content to go off of before they took it their own way.
Yeah. And Kaiser, go ahead, and I'll chime into what Jules just said.
No, what I was gonna say is what I remember between the original one and Brotherhood, a lot of something that happened in the original would take place over like 5 or 6 episodes. Like that first arc where they were with the priests and Rose and all that.
Yeah.
I think in
Yeah.
Brotherhood it was like 1 episode.
It was 1 episode.
Yeah.
And it
It-
even
yeah.
talks about
It's like
the
5. Tucker was like 2 or 3 episodes long or something, and here it was just like half an episode.
I know. I felt like it was like 5 or 6. It was its own little mini arc.
They had the whole mine situation. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah. Did you notice that they do actually refer to that?
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
They're like, oh, I loved that they just kind of snuck that in there about Yoshi.
Brotherhood or just the other?
The original. So for everybody who's listening, so the original, I think it came out 2001 or something like that. And what happened was that they didn't have the manga wasn't complete. So the same thing like with Game of Thrones, you know, they just went off cuff. So was it bad what they did in the original? I don't think so. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was a great adaptation, a great interpretation
the ending
of
sucks, though.
I think the ending is beautiful. And Sean, I want you to go before I go ahead and tackle that question. Have you seen the original? You've only seen Brotherhood.
I haven't seen the original.
Got you. But are you enjoying Brotherhood right now?
Oh, of course. This is my top. So I mean, I'm trying to like relearn it because like it's just so refreshing. Like the story, and it's just like it's like a good break where I could like just absorb again, without like knowing what happens already. And so it's
Brotherhood is the better bet, so you're not missing out on anything. You know, I do enjoy Brotherhood more than the original. The only thing that I love more about the original is that it wasn't a quote unquote kind of happy ending. Like it made you fucking like it gave you salt, but it brought back home the message about the equivalent exchange, right? What was it? To obtain something equal, you know, something must be lost or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But what
cannot gain anything without
giving
something in return. Yeah.
But like it was so beautiful. Like at the end of it, like Al was in a whole different multiverse, and Ed was in a whole different multiverse. And
I thought that.
Wait, so you didn't get his body back?
Well,
he
Al
got his
gets
body
back,
back,
but then
but
Edward goes to like Germany.
Yeah, it's like a different timeline, I guess is the proper term.
Oh, that's fucked
up. It was a different
world.
It was a different world because
well, Alphonse was
there
still
was
in
no alchemy there. Yes.
Oh,
yes, that's right.
But they weren't together though.
But no, they're not together.
That's in Brotherhood.
Yeah,
he lost his
but
brother.
I loved it. And then the movie brought it home because they had that look. If y'all haven't seen the movie, it's so fucking good.
That movie is actually good.
Oh my god! Like,
and I think they're implying that Edward is like in Germany.
Yeah.
Kind of in World War II-ish era.
Is that like the real world, right?
Yeah, he's
airships
in like
and stuff.
Yeah.
And gypsies and
I thought it was fire. So I like the original because it's more realistic, to be honest with you. I mean, not saying Brotherhood, the ending isn't realistic, but I'm just like, come on, like, you know. But what he gave up made sense in the long run. But it hit harder for me watching. I was like, fuck, like not only could he got his brother back, but he can't live with his brother. Like, I was like, fuck, that's fucking brutal.
That's foul.
That's fucking
brutal. That's wrong.
I loved it. Oh,
great. I didn't like it.
You know, terrible endings. You know, I like my sad stuff. Just happy that he's there, but you only have the idea of him, but not him.
Exactly.
It's rough.
It's rough.
Yeah,
I mean, at least he knows he's like he's complete though.
Yeah,
he knows that.
Yeah, but I think that he doesn't even get his memories of the time that he was in the armor.
No, he lost it all.
Dang.
All he knows he had his brother. He went
Which is interesting because like his memories and his like morality are such a kind of big pivotal point in Brotherhood. Where he really questions, like, am I real? Like, did you just make me up?
That was really good. Yeah,
love that fucking bit.
Yeah,
that internal conflict, and then like,
because I was
like, oh, you have a memory that I haven't had, and so like, obviously, you are a real person.
Mm-hmm.
But you could see like, and he was just like, how are you even questioning this? Like and shows a pocket watch. It's like I never forget. Like, it was just like he was like hurt by it. It was just like I can't believe you asked me this, but like. He starts coming around. It's like,
but I understand why. Yeah, like
I mean, they definitely, especially at that part. I think they both were kind of on the same page about like feeling so like broken about their situation. You know, Edward thinks that Al hates him for putting him in this suit of armor.
Mm-hmm.
And then Alphonse, you know, just thinks he's not a real person, and that's sad.
That's sad as fuck.
Because, you know, his mind
Imagine
was
this.
poisoned by all these other people.
You can't sleep, you can't eat. You're just an armor.
And you have to remember, like, we're looking at it from like how old we are. This is like an 11-year-old boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, and they
we
live,
can understand.
He's
just like doesn't understand anything.
I think Edward is supposed to be, I don't know, 13 or 14 when he
I think
joins the military.
Yeah, that was 3 years of just being an fuck that. But yeah, definitely Brotherhood definitely is winning that one. But
for you.
Yeah.
So y'all are both saying it was Brotherhood's not as good.
No, they like Brotherhood more. And
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
I think Jewel and Kaiser are saying that they like the original more than Brotherhood.
That's what I was saying. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I still like Brotherhood better. I just like some concepts in the original better.
Yeah.
But the ending, I think, is terrible. I hated it.
Like as an overall whole, Brotherhood had a better ending, but I think if they threw some of the stuff in from like the original in there, it would have been cool. Like I wouldn't argue against it.
I think that the storytelling and like the pacing of Brotherhood is better, and they really give you those little like just like foreshadowing and the little like pieces of like what's to come, and they kind of just drop all those in there, and it's just, for me, it's the perfect balance.
It's a beautiful storytelling.
It has the comedy and the derpy animation, which I love when they cut to that, but also badass fight scenes and emotions and just a little drop of romance.
Yeah. Speaking of battle scenes, I am curious of like what do you guys think is the most or the underrated battle from FullMetal? Both of them. It doesn't matter which one you've seen or haven't seen. Like, what do you think is the most underrated battle?
I don't know if it's underrated, but the whole like that first arc where he's trying to fight like the little priest guy. What's his name? Father.
Oh yeah, Father Cornello.
Yeah, like it's so dumb. It's like a good way to start the series. At least on like the original one, because it was like longer. In Brotherhood, it was like
it is a pretty cool fight. Yeah.
But I feel like people forget it just because it's such a dumb, like, he didn't really show any of his, you know, he wasn't like powered up yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like
but still, that's like a really cool intro to their universe and them as characters too.
Yeah, but when you rank them in fights, like it's like on the lower end of the
True. Goodness. There's a fight from FullMetal that I wish had been brought over, but I understand why it wasn't necessary. The fight between Ed and Roy Mustang. They have a battle, like they fight each other, and it's like the military puts it on.
Was it whenever he was getting his exam? Was it during that arc? I think
so.
Alchemy exam arc or whatever?
Yeah, I just remember that battle just being so cool. And they really just go at each other.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember that. I think that was in the original.
It was, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I guess technically it's like not canon, but I always remember that being really cool because that's kind of the moment that you have with Roy and Lust in this one where you're like, oh shit, he pops off.
No, that was a good one.
And that was a cool battle.
Yeah. I was trying to remember in Brotherhood, like the very first couple of episodes, where but Edward is fighting that guy that's trying to show the truth for the whole damn city or whatever.
That's the first one. Yeah, where he's trying to free Central.
Yes.
That one's really cool.
I thought that was very well done. I really thought that was very well done. It was just nice to see. And for you, because that's not how the original started. So for me, when I was watching that shit live on Adult Swim. When I saw it, I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" Because we've
Yeah.
never seen that damn officer, and I was like, "Who is this fucking guy?" Like,
it was a really cool way to open it up, especially for fans who've already watched it.
So neat, so cool to do. But that's mine.
It feels like a gift, you know, for like the OG fans.
They're like, "Hey, we're sorry that we screwed up the first one, quote unquote."
We didn't screw it up.
But a lot of people,
the manga just wasn't done.
A lot of people were upset at that ending, though, that original, which I understand.
Yeah.
But those are some good ones. Krishan, do you have any before we go on to the next?
Wait, was that one you said from the original or from Brotherhood?
That was from Brotherhood. Original. That was the very first one.
No, the one Val said is from Brotherhood. Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Where the guy is like riding these giant glacier walls, and they're all trying to meet up at Central to freeze it over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was like the first fight with Ed and
yeah. Well, I guess the one that I like from Brotherhood would either be when they're running through the city with Ling and the girl like cuts her arm off.
That's crazy because I was thinking that one too.
That's saying, definitely an underrated one.
I was saying Wrath versus Lo Fang and the one like and that Ling, was the Ling, I think.
Yeah, that's a really cool
him with the sword and then she put the like arm on the dog and just outsmarted him but like him with the sword was like just crazy. And then like
that's kind of one of the first times you get to see him really get in there
and do some action. Yeah. I'm curious, and this is just kind of tying it in, kind of like, do you guys like how they portrayed the women in the show? Like it was not the norm, if you will. Like I loved it. It was like very strong female.
That's because the author is female.
Oh, is she? I never knew that.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like female authors are able to create more like in-depth characters for sure.
Yeah, they're all badass.
Yeah, the Armstrong sister, Winry.
What's her name?
Even the grandma was kind of a badass.
Panako.
Yes. What was that? What was Mustang's bodyguard's name? Hawkeye.
Oh, Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's
certified baddie.
Fucking
and then Izumi, of course.
Izumi, the teacher. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the whole.
Shut up.
Stop, man.
The girl with the little pandas, so cute. Carlos. That's like
You want to talk about it?
May,
yeah.
No, bro. I'm just gonna. It's a little hint for the people who are watching the video and not just like listening. It's a little bonus, you know.
So for all the audio listeners, I'll fucking say it.
Don't say it.
Kaiser has a background on his fucking camera, like his little background green screen of Tucker's daughter, Nina. I forgot the dog's name, but
Alexander.
And they're all smiling and shit. And Kaiser just, you gotta watch the show. Just watch it. Remember Nina's name and Alexander, and just know something's about to pop off. But speaking, dang, no, he did. He just,
you are
wrong.
He just switched to the transfer.
You should do the one where they're doing the fusion.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
That's so
my man just pulled up the chimera of him.
You are foul.
Man.
You're fucked, bro.
He was
Brother
ready.
Edward.
I'm going to just go. So guys, what was your favorite? What was your favorite homunculus?
How do I cover his?
I'll change it back.
My God, that's fucked.
Wow.
But
so anyway, guys.
Favorite homunculus. Let's go.
Segue, please, because please segue.
No, but I honestly love the fact that like the father or whatever, the homunculus in the flask was naming like these people like sin. Like that was so like I fuck with it. And then the the homunculus was actually acting like the sin that was attributed to them. I was like, man,
yeah.
I
I thought that he was like removing those like pieces of himself and
that's what
giving
he
them like a
said.
physical.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he said
But
something
greed.
about stripping away some of his weaknesses or stuff like that.
Yeah, the things that he saw as weaknesses.
Yes, which is funny because at the end of it, he was very prideful still. So, I mean,
yeah,
I'm just saying he was still prideful.
Pride is the devil.
Hey, J. Cole, pride is the devil.
I like
Pride
Greed,
was the
though.
person that could shapeshift, right?
The shadow.
Envy.
Shadows. Envy is the one that can shapeshift.
Yeah.
Pride,
So you have envy, you have greed, you have wrath, you have gluttony, you have lust, and you have pride. In Brotherhood,
And
they
sloth.
actually showed us sloth. They did not show us that in the original, which I thought was fucking great because I was like, damn, sloth is fucking cold. Like
Sloth was their mom.
Oh, fuck.
That's the original.
Yeah, Sloth was their mom.
Right, and then backstabbed on Ed.
Yeah, because she was working in the Fuhrer's office.
Yes.
I don't know who Pride is.
Yo, I need to go.
But they were
back
like,
and-
how long has this lady been around? She hasn't aged in years.
Right. Dang, I thought they never showed us Slaw. Then I
that
love
was
it
like a
even more.
deep like memory that just unlocked in my
Yeah.
brain right now.
I love what they did to Sloth. That it makes so much sense.
I gotta
Sloth,
look
Yeah,
at this
it
guy.
definitely
should look
does.
like a dumbass big ogre. Like he should look like that, and he should sound like.
Yeah,
how
if I
he-
looked like that, I would want to go lay down and sleep.
Man, that man was digging for fucking years. That's crazy to me.
I don't understand.
Fucking insane.
Pride.
But my favorite homunculus though, is going to have to be Wrath. That motherfucker is a badass. He's calm and collected. He is strategic. And honestly, I think he's the strongest out of all 7 of them. You could argue against me. But I think he's the strongest out of all of them.
Who?
Wrath. King Fuhrer Bradley.
Wow.
Cause what you making that look for? I'm serious.
It's not that. I'm not arguing that.
I really
I'm not
like
saying
Greed.
that.
Every
Go
other
ahead, Joel. Go ahead,
homunculus-
Joel.
I can't find Pride. I don't,
Pride?
When do we even know?
No,
when do we
I
see
thought
Pride
Pride
is the kid.
is
Pride
the kid.
Is,
The kid.
Fuhrer's son.
Oh, that's you said the shadow.
The shadow
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Pride.
Oh, I haven't gotten to that part. I'm gonna rewatch. So,
You know,
I'm thinking
it's
back to okay. That makes okay. He's Pride,
Yeah, because he was the one. He's the original one that made it.
the kid.
The
Well,
shadow made the
the
kid.
shadow
as a
is
friend.
supposed to be reminiscent of his dwarf casing,
Yes.
kind of.
Dwarf
Yes.
casing.
And it's so funny that Pride has this kid-like appearance too, because that's kind of how Pride characteristic is. Like, if you think about what the definition of Pride is just like you're a fucking kid. Like, stop acting like a brat, you know?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I thought that was fucking dope.
the
But yeah,
baby
I think Wrath is
Salim, that
I
was his
personally
name.
think every other homunculus was scared of Wrath. That's how I feel about it. I think he was the strongest. I think he was.
I'm not arguing that. I think that's pretty true. But y'all
Without
gonna
his
hate me for
sword?
mine because
Go ahead.
Of course, it's lust.
I'm glad you know.
Yeah, because you want them big mommy milkers.
Wow.
Bro, Lust and Shigo were like the reason why I love toxic women.
She didn't
You
really
said
have an
favorite. You didn't say
appeal,
the
though.
strong. I'm just.
I feel like you don't get as much character development with Lust as you do in
Yeah.
the original.
She
Yeah, in the
didn't have,
original,
like-
it was a lot.
It was a lot
more
more.
of presence.
Yeah, she doesn't kick it until the very end.
Yeah.
kick it.
I can't believe you said lust like that. That's funny.
Bro,
Lust
I'm
is a
just
good one.
saying, bro.
I die.
Not the
They
Yeah.
all
guy.
die.
No,
What do you mean
they,
kick it?
Yeah, they all die.
Yeah, kick the
Yeah,
curb.
they all die.
Oh, kick
They
it.
all
She's
die
killed
except
by a
Pride.
Mustang.
In Brotherhood, Pride doesn't die.
I don't remember how she dies in the original though.
No.
I think it was still Mustang, right?
I don't
Pretty
know.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in that one she was supposed to be like the lookalike of her his brother's fiance or something, and that his brother did human transmutation, I think.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember that part.
I'm about to binge the whole original.
But Jewel, I'm curious on what's your favorite homunculus is, though.
It's Greed.
Greed? Oh, you like daddies. You know he was a pimp, though. He was
Daddy Greed. I like him in both forms. I don't care. As Ling or as like original Greed. Daddy.
But he's a pimp.
And?
He's not a pimp.
He's a pimp.
He likes his toys. And he likes having things.
Not not literally, but like he's a pimp. Like he just likes to.
He's an emperor.
He likes to pimp people. Lin is an emperor, but Greed, like I think he's a pimp. I'm just fucking around, but
I think that he creates these connections with people that are going to be a useful tool for him. But once he brings somebody under his wing, he's like, I got you. Like, you're with me now, and I'm gonna, like, yeah, you work for me, but I'm gonna put myself out there for you. So the people that are in his circle, like, those are his people.
Yeah. I can see that.
He would throw down for them.
He's like
which is why I think he and Ling really like mesh so well too, is because they're so passionate about the people and like their relationships with people they care about.
Leading and caring, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a fucked up Mother Teresa in a way. I mean,
oh my god.
Anyway,
so
I chose Wrath. Kaiser chose Lust. Jewel chose Greed. Krishan?
So far, I'm at, I would say, man, the one that shapeshifts.
Envy.
I would say her right now because I think it adds that like tension. It's just underlying, like, is that somebody? Is that envy, or is that like, or is it someone that can actually trust? You know, like anytime you have someone that can like mimic someone else, I think it just kind of adds that like you're just kind of on guard. Like at any point, you can just turn around and stab this person in the back. You know. And so
yeah,
I think that kind of like adds an edge right now. Rewatching
his story is really sad.
It's fucking sad, actually.
Yeah, I think I really
thought it was
like
a she for the longest time too.
Me too. I think they're more like non-binary.
I think definitely. Besides Lust, I'm just kidding.
I think Envy specifically, but yeah.
Yeah, Envy for sure. Like I thought Envy was a girl for the longest time until I heard her talk.
Yeah, I think in the original I was leaning more towards girl, but
heard who talk?
Envy.
You said heard talk. You said heard him talk.
Them. I don't know.
They. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
sure.
But I definitely get that kind of impression.
I don't know her pronouns. I don't know.
But I thought in the original that that they could have been female. Because the voice isn't really, it's kind of in the middle.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Now that's good talk. Yeah. Good talk.
Damn, Pride is the kid. That's crazy. I forgot.
It's fucking fire.
Who's Pride in the original?
I think the son still. No,
the kid's not there.
I'm not sure who Pride is.
Are you at that part, Bill?
I am. I'm at the part where Wrath is fighting against Scar. And this is gonna lead me into the question. I'm already gonna answer this. I was gonna ask you guys, like, what character do you guys wish you guys saw more of? And I'm going to say Scar. I think Scar, I don't think we saw enough of Scar. I think we saw a lot about his past, but I wish we saw more airtime with Scar fighting. The only time we really got to see him fight was when he was doing this little Pokemon shit with fucking Ed. Oh, you caught me, you didn't. You caught me, you didn't. And then
whenever he was underground and like fighting all the dogs and like where
that was
cool. That was cool too.
The best fight with him is him going head to head with fucking Wrath. That was fucking epic.
I can't wait to see that.
That was so epic. And then you had the Crimson. Another good thing was when you had the Crimson Alchemist that was hunting down Scar. That was pretty neat to see. And honestly, bro, the Crimson Alchemist is kind of OP. Like, I understand he had a Philosopher's Stone, but that man was a threat. Yeah, Kimberly was a threat.
He is weird.
You said what?
I said he's weird.
He is
the
weird.
Crimson Alchemist.
The Crimson, yeah, he's dressed in fucking white, just ready to fucking murder. I'm like,
yeah, he's giving like Michael Jackson vibes. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey. You're really that's the same hat. Too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I fucking love him. But him and Scar are up there for sure. I wish we saw a little bit more of him. I wish we saw a little. I'm sorry to steal it. I hopefully I didn't stole y'all. I wish we saw more of the mom teacher. What's her name?
I like
Izumi. I wish we saw more of Izumi. Izumi's a badass.
Before she got killed and stuff.
She didn't get it depends on which one.
You definitely do get more story on them in the original too.
Mm-hmm.
Pride is Wrath. I think in the original is her son. Maybe it is Pride.
I don't think it's Wrath. I think it's Pride.
I think Wrath is still Fuhrer Bradley.
Yeah.
I think so.
No.
But
I think it is Wrath.
It could be. I haven't seen
because it's the little kid that has kind of like dreadlocks hair, and then he has like Edward's arm that has the fox bite on it.
It is Wrath.
Oh.
And he's supposed to be an older version of Izumi's son that she tried to bring back. Yeah.
And she saw him and she was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn. You know what fucked me? You just unlocked something as well too. When they were like digging their graves and the bone wasn't matching. Can you imagine the realization of like we went through all this trouble for it to not like it was never attainable, and like that
scene is so raw.
It's fun.
But they ended up like he accepted it. He was laughing it off. He was like, that was good. Like,
I don't know if he was accepting
they were relieved.
Yeah, he was like, that thing was not even my mom. Like, I could literally just throw these bones in the water and like.
He was just like, thank God. Like, I thought I hurt her. I thought I did something, and it wasn't even her.
Right. Well, yeah, y'all are right. Yeah, they did accept it pretty good. But yeah, what was y'all's character that you guys wish you guys saw more of? Is it Winry?
How'd you know?
Really?
I kind of wish that we saw more with well, of course Armstrong, because I love him. But I love the dynamic of May
Olivia?
with the brothers, and I think just when the three of them get together, it's really funny because she's always envisioning the FullMetal Alchemist as this like handsome dude, and then she's like, ew, Edward, you're disgusting, and then is in love with Alphonse, and then apparently they actually end up getting married later.
In the manga?
May and Alphonse.
Yeah.
Damn, there's a manga too.
Yeah, there's a manga as well too.
What do you mean?
What you mean?
Manga?
It was okay. Like you read it, Val?
No, I did not.
No,
I haven't read it, but I have.
But there's
3 books.
Oh,
it definitely is on my TBR.
Spicy. I thought you were gonna say Olivia or Olivia. Olivia? Olivia? I don't know how to say her name.
Olivier Armstrong.
Olivier. But I thought you were gonna say that, but yeah, seeing May more would have been fucking fire.
I would like to see that.
She was actually OP, and I love, man, Brotherhood is so good. I love the whole comparison, like that.
There's so many good characters.
Ed's dad taught them a different alchemy, which was alchemy, and it was just medicine based. And I was like, fuck, like, And I wanted to, bro. I really, if they ever come back, I want to see the whole world. Like, I feel like this whole world knows alchemy. So like, there's different type of alchemy
That's what I was like. I was gonna say that was what mine was, the ceiling and them like go back to their world because, I'm like not that far in, but like that part. I think it was like 4 episodes ago we were watching and I don't know what his name is. Who's the father?
Hohenheim.
Whatever his name. He did something where like they couldn't use alchemy, but they could because it was a different type.
type of
Oh
alchemy.
And
yeah,
they
the
were
dwarf
like,
and the flask.
yeah, and they're like
Yeah.
trying to figure out like why they could use it and other ones can't.
Yeah.
And so, and that's
That-
kind of like where I'm at. But
Yeah, where he
that
like
was
turns
like-
off alchemy.
yeah, and I was like,
Just
that's
flips it
so
off.
dope.
Hey, you guys haven't paid your
Yeah.
rent.
And I was like, and
Yeah.
everybody was like shocked, like they could still use it. And I was like, I would love to see like that, different versions and stuff. So
I actually would really like to see more of Hohenheim. Like, what was
That
he
would be
doing
good.
that whole
Well,
time?
He was stripping up. He was,
yeah, he's
I
probably
know.
He went to go get some
just
milk.
like
yes.
I know, but like, don't you wonder like what his adventures were like? And
I really do. He must have
That's
been
like
like
trying to
the
figure out what
dad
the
or
dad
the
did in.
person that created the things.
You say that again?
The dad or the person that created the homunculi?
Hohenheim. Hohenheim is
yeah.
Ed's dad, and
The
father
actual,
is
the real,
just
the real father.
yeah. Father's just the flask, the
Yeah,
dwarf in the flask.
dwarf and the flask.
I did like the whole like he took Hohenheim's image obviously because the blood blah blah blah, but like when like they were fighting and his skin was ripping off, like I did like how you could see his raw self, like
Yeah,
that was
it
that
was
was pretty
just like
dope.
a casing.
Yes, that shit was dope. And I love that whole fucking like sidebar like between him. Oh, you just created a flask for yourself in my body or something like that. Like you use my skin as a flask. You're still in the flask. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that was fucking
yeah.
dope. That was really dope.
You gotta break the container.
Yes. FullMetal Alchemist is so fucking fire, man. Like
I know. Oh, and of course, I wish we could have seen more Hughes.
I don't know why you like Hughes so much.
R.I.P.
He's a good meme character.
Do you think he was
He's a memer.
I'm gonna ask you this in all transparency. Do you think he was helpful in any type of way?
He was the catalyst.
Okay.
He was, as soon as he dies, everyone starts learning about the unrest in the military and how corrupted it is because he had just discovered that, and that's why they took him out.
Yes.
Is because he learned something he wasn't supposed to.
Yes. Yeah. The whole what human or how a philosopher's stone is supposed to be.
Yeah, and then he was like trying to tell the one person he knew he could trust.
And they killed him.
And they yeah.
And then Mustang found out, and then we know that whole scene with the cigarette match and making
Can't wait for that.
It's a terrible day for rain.
That was fucking sad.
I used that gif.
You know what's even more sad is when Bradley was revealing, I think this was to Mustang or something, like he was like, man, I fucking hated that kid was crying during the whole summer, that whole funeral. I was like, fuck, like that's
Oh yeah, they were like, we thought you were getting emotional.
father.
And he was like, I wish it was for with anger.
Yes.
Who said that?
You're Bradley.
Bradley.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Also,
funny, like,
how
he kept asking-
douchey is it that his name is King? His
Should be
first name is
pride.
King. That's
I mean,
so
he is a
douchey.
king, though.
I mean, yeah, it's funny because he also is like the king of the country,
Yeah.
and his first name is King. They thought they were really funny when they named him and his little weird orphanage school thing he was in.
Are you making fun of Bradley right now?
we see his backstory?
Grooming facility.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did see
he
his backstory.
grew up in that weird like camp thing where they basically were just trying to create the next Fuhrer.
Oh, I
He
think I
was
remember that.
he was picked as from an orphan. He just grew.
They
He
did
grew,
like the
he
Hunger
grew up
Games thing.
nameless. He didn't have a name.
Yeah, because he was in that weird camp,
They trained him like from
and they like all kill each other.
yeah.
And
And
then
then
at
what
the
did
end,
they
test
they're
test
like,
on him, right?
They were trying to see who was compatible with.
That's right. Okay, yeah, I remember now.
That was dope.
That was
because they were. I mean, they were trying to make a living homunculus.
Yeah.
Which is why he was so unique, because he aged.
I got another thing for y'all. Do you think that Ed's father, Hohenheim, was a homunculus in his own right? Or do you think he was a walking philosopher's stone that everybody, but do you think
I think he was the philosopher's stone.
Versus that he was a homunculus?
Yeah.
I can see a lot of people were arguing that he was a homunculus because of what happened in I forgot what the city was like.
Well, half of Xerxes was put into him, and then the other half into Father, I think.
Yeah, I mean that's why people think that he's a homunculus, because all the other homunculus pretty much have a philosopher's stone in them.
Yeah, but that's because it was like given from Father.
Yeah.
And I bet Hohenheim probably could have done that if he wanted to, but he didn't ask for any of that to happen to him. That's not what he wanted to happen. And he was trying to find a way that, especially once he met Trisha, he was like, I want to grow old with you. I don't want to live forever. I want to have a normal life, and I want to, live that with you and our children. And so he goes out to go on his journey, and then she dies. Rip.
Would you say that Hohenheim was essentially making homunculus by stripping apart his fucking blood and sweat all over the fucking land and making Earth his homunculus? I'm just bullshitting, but like,
that's a reach.
It is a reach. But I was just curious though. But I mean, think about it. I mean, that's essentially.
I mean, it is definitely something to consider. I don't know how I feel about it in this moment.
Could you imagine? How did he say? Like, he was like, "Man, I'm a walking philosopher's stone." I'm paraphrasing, and he was like, "I could hear all these people like in me," and then he learned each and every one of their names. I'm like, my man.
I mean, it also was a whole like kind of part of how he got them to be on his side.
Yeah,
he did take that opportunity to get to know everybody, and that's a really big factor in that end game.
Yeah, it's fucking beautiful.
Because they're all like, "Yeah, we want revenge."
Yeah, fuck Father, who could create the sun.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fucking finger.
We want revenge.
But we're coming around the fucking fun facts. That is Amanda's side, but she's not here, so give her.
Where's she at?
Where are you, Amanda? If you're listening at this end of the point, but fun facts. Fun fact I have is that Ed he's right-handed. He gave his right arm for Al. Right? Or he gave his right arm. Yeah, he gave his right arm for Al. And now then he had to be forced to be left-handed his whole life until he got his arm back. And I thought that was fucking crazy. I never thought about that. I thought that was fucking crazy. But
dang. I'm left-handed, so I would have gave my right.
Damn. Damn. But
that's
okay. I have one too. So it says that one of the central tenets of the idea of equivalent exchange, it says, you have to create something alchemical, or to create something alchemical, something of equal value needs to be sacrificed. And the author said that idea came from, she grew up on a farm.
Oh.
And so the idea was that, you put the work in and then you get this, your crop out of it. And so you sacrifice to get later.
You would think you'd think we were doing Vinland. But
Yeah, she grew up on a farm.
That's awesome. I actually like that. Equivalent exchange. That's so beautiful though. Like the whole premise about it was so like I fuck with it. I was like,
how your imagination to like create this world off of that farming, like growing up like that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. But that was my only fun fact. Unless anybody else has a fun fact.
I don't know.
Not really.
I think that's really the only one I have.
But did any of y'all ever play the FullMetal video game?
I did.
On like PS2.
PlayStation 2, bro.
Is it good?
That shit low-key was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was wonky as fuck, but I was enjoying every fucking minute of that shit. You could transmute fucking like
you could change his hand to like a sword, and like you could have like little fucking poles that break after a while.
Yeah, they have durability or whatever.
What? I have to watch the gameplay on it.
Who's everyone's favorite character?
Don't get me wrong. My favorite character?
Yeah.
We could end on that. My favorite character? Somebody else go. I got to think about this one.
Alphonse.
You do look like an Alphonse little girl.
Mm. Yeah. And of course, Armstrong. But he's like he's my slap daddy.
Your slap daddy.
Yeah, I just love the Mimi characters.
I guess.
Yeah, I got Tengen. I got him. I got Aoi Toto.
I'm gonna have to go basic. I'm gonna say Ed. I love Ed's perseverance. I love his determination. I just fuck with it. That man has a vision and he sees that shit. And he's a fucking prodigy. He's doing this shit at fucking 13. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know.
Am I basic for this answer?
Is it Winry?
No.
Stop, Mustang.
Yeah.
Even though I give him a lot of shit for like, oh, what if it's raining? He can't do nothing. It's still like
Yeah, that's why he carved that transmutation circle in the back of his hand like a bad dude.
But it's still like
that shit is OP. I think Fire Alchemy is like OP in that fucking show.
Yeah. I like how he's always playing chess moves. That man's like always thinking ahead.
Who, Mustang?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's fucking fire.
Yeah, he is a bad dude.
But yeah, that's FullMetal.
What about you, Val? You said Edward.
Edward Elric.
This good bitch. Sorry.
Fuck off, bitch. But yeah. So I mean, if you guys haven't seen FullMetal, it's airing on a lot of fucking streaming platforms.
Not on Netflix.
Not on Netflix. I swear
you can watch the live action though.
Bro, I just googled it. I checked right now.
Damn.
It's not on.
Oh there is a live action one though. Yeah, we see it, Joel. But the original came out in 2003 and the Brotherhood came out in 2009. So that's cool. There was less episodes in the original. There's 51 episodes. In Brotherhood, there's 64. That's also fucking cool. So just little fun facts right there. It's fucking great. So watch it. It's really a good anime. Like I think it's probably a metric for a lot of other animes to understand like what to do, how to do, when to do it. Granted, like they can go off script.
I think even just outside of anime, it's still just an incredible show.
Yes.
It's so well balanced.
It's phenomenal. Kazi, you wanted to say something?
I was going to, but I don't know. It's kind of too late for it. I was just going to say, don't you think the original is kind of like pacing wise is like one piece, and then Brotherhood is kind of like one pace?
I just think they didn't know what they were going to do with the original.
If y'all watch this FullMetal and then watch One Piece, like you'll definitely see why One Piece couldn't do this. Like you're like how you have a story with all its fillers. Because FullMetal has 0 fillers.
Yeah,
no, not the first one.
Because it doesn't need it.
It doesn't really.
FullMetal Brotherhood has 0 fillers, and
I think.
That's the good thing about anime now is that they don't need filler. They can just do a season at a time.
They can.
They don't feel like they need to run for 10 years straight, and that's why there's so many filler in old anime. Like in Naruto, they're just running that shit.
Because they have to drop the thing weekly.
Yeah, because also the like manga is coming out weekly in Shonen Jump.
Exactly.
Well, since people want to talk about One Piece bad. But anyway, I really do appreciate you guys, joining in. Krishan Kaiser, thanks for fucking joining us. Amanda Shitbag. I'm just kidding. We love you. But Jewel, thank you so much for sharing your passion, your love for Full Metal, sharing your passion for Armstrong.
Thanks for having me on about my favorite show.
Hey, it's fucking phenomenal. Brotherhood, Full Metal Alchemist. But as always, follow us on our socials, please. It's also in the bio as well. And if you have any feedback, also send that to us. But this has been episode 6. Kaiser just switched it to that
Kaiser, I can't believe
Nina and Alexander Chimera, but it's really fucked, Kaiser. That's really fucked. But thanks again for watching, listening to episode 6. You've been watching or listening to Anime for 3. So peace. Yeah.